I believe we have our special guest. It would be our favorite piano man, the king of the keys, Mr. Dave Freeman's in the house. How are you?
You know what this is, right?
That would be your SAC award.
That's the actual special guest.
Yeah. He is the award-winning Mr. Dave Freeman.
The king of everything.
One of many. I happened to get mine, though, because I said to Tim, let's go. Yeah.
How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing really good. I'm sorry that you didn't know that I was in here. I've been sitting here since 7, and
Yeah, I was looking.
Poor Dave has been sitting in the green room.
Country in Allentown.
Oh, yeah, I was sitting there, and because I watch it, normally it will announce in my ear that you're there, and I didn't hear it, and I was looking, and I didn't see the little thing, but then when you logged out and came back, I immediately heard the announcement that you were here, so welcome to the show.
Cool.
So what have you been up to lately?
How much time do you have?
Hey, we got
We got all night.
Yeah. No. We got at least 20, 25 minutes.
All right, so let's go backwards in time then.
All right.
You and I spoke last night.
Yes.
Wrote 3 country songs between that time.
Really?
3 different artists. Yeah.
Wow.
So that was my day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, who knew you were
Let's
so
go back to
inspirational?
Monday. Who knew, right? Going back to Monday, I played with Beth Travers.
Love
Nature Coast
Beth.
Parrot Head Club. We had a blast.
That is awesome.
And just doing a lot of playing. Getting a big announcement to make because next week at this time, I'll be in Hawaii for the Hawaii Songwriters Festival.
Oh,
I know
so
we talked about
jealous.
that last night. That is a big deal.
I'm blown away. I was blown away to be asked and never been to Hawaii. Dressed like I am, but never been.
that is really
So,
awesome.
Yeah, came out of the Nashville stuff. Been traveling up doing Nashville, and here I am going to hang out with the big kids.
Well, that's what we talked about was like, we always say here, tropical country, it's where the boots meet the beach. And like, you don't realize how often the beach meet those boots because a lot of our coastal Americana trop rock friends are making that trip back and forth and doing some work in Nashville as well.
Yeah.
Good old
It's,
Music City.
It's kind of funny because I grew up in Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Cat Country, y'all were talking about.
Yeah.
Best country station I ever heard in my life. I totally know who Rick the Stick is.
Oh, that's cool. Well, Patty with an I said to tell you hello from Tripoli.
And how cool is it now that Rick the Stick is now with Tiki Man Radio?
It's awesome. And I remember listening to his show. And by the way, it's New Tripoli.
Oh, that's right. I always say it wrong. I'm sorry. New Tripoli.
And that's okay. I'm going to tell you how Patty and I know each other. You ready for this?
Okay.
First band that I ever played in was a band called the Starlights. And Patty with and I used to go hang out and check them out all the time.
The Starlights. How cool is that?
Yeah. My first songwriting partner is Valerie Borman, who also spent some time in Nashville. We've known each other for 35 years, and she's one of Patty with an I's friends.
Wow, how small of a world it really is.
I know, right?
It's a small world.
Beat me by 2 seconds.
Well, Patty and Tim Campbell said that they are loving that SAC award back there behind you.
It looks really good, right?
It does.
Yeah, I was getting excited for a minute about the SAC awards because, we didn't get the fortune to get a TRMA nomination. I'm thinking, well, hey, we may finally be in the running for a SAC award, and then Tiki Man Radio is now sponsoring it, so that takes us out of the running.
Man.
So,
Whoa, no. Don't you know how Trop Rock works? You have to sponsor to win.
so you're saying there's a chance?
Oh, my gosh, Dave, I love you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that in my big people's voice?
It's just between us. It's okay.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's just between us and the thousands of people that are listening and watching right now, so it's all good.
Well, Well, can I break some more news here too?
No, go right
Please.
ahead.
I don't know if you guys have said anything yet, and maybe after what I just said, it'll change. But since Tim Campbell is now a TRMA nominated dude,
Yeah, he's no longer even eligible for his own award. What was that? I'm sorry.
I'm going to be hosting a show for.
Really?
That's exciting news.
That is awesome.
That's super awesome.
Now that makes me even more disappointed in the fact that we're not going to be down there.
I know, right?
Just living Brian's
luck
dream.
would have it might get broadcast, right?
Oh, yeah, it's absolutely
be
going to be
watching.
broadcast. So we will be watching for sure.
See?
We wouldn't miss it in the world. We're going to be living vicariously through everybody, watching on the Tiki Man Radio YouTube page. So,
That's right.
yeah, it's definitely going to be a great
I'm gonna
time.
give you
And
a sneak peek.
okay,
Perfect.
My attire as the host might be the same color as the SAC award.
Oh my gosh, that would
Only
be
brighter.
fantastic.
so you're going to wear a potato sack?
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's going to glue it to a hat and just wear the award.
Think like Elvis at 5 a.m. on Easter Sunday with 90-year-old women.
Oh,
So just Elvis.
A smoking jacket, a gold
So-
smoker's jacket.
Well, Rick the Stick and Patty with an I can tell you about up in Philadelphia. We have something called the Mummers Parade.
okay.
I will be overdressed for the Mummers Parade.
Well,
You can look that up on your own. Google Mummers, Mummers.
we'll have to do that because, I'm definitely going to get excited for watch everybody down in Key West. Like I said, we're disappointed that we're not going to make it, but we know everybody's going to be there. It's going to be a great time, and the SAC Awards with you hosting, it can't get much better than that.
I think Tiki Man Radio's in the running. I'm just going to say.
Well, Tim says that you guys are going to be hosting together. The rules committee has granted him an exception.
Oh, but that's very nice of the rules committee to do that.
Right.
It's amazing how that stuff happens. But if I haven't learned anything about hosting award shows, and the winner of the SAC Best Radio Conglomeration of the Planet is Miss Philippines.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, Tim. I read the wrong envelope. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry here.
I couldn't believe that Steve Harvey kept his job after that.
Right.
Do you know his story, by the way, talking about
I do know a little
he's
bit of his
gotten where he
story
got?
because he's originally from Cleveland, Ohio, which is about an hour and a half north where we come from. So I do know a good bit of his story that he didn't have it easy growing up.
Right. But the story how he made it in the business.
No.
He's in Florida, doesn't have a job, he's quitting. So he checks his answering machine for the final time. And that comedy show up in New York at the improv show that was at the whatever,
At the Apollo?
wherever. The Apollo, right. They called him and said, "You need to be here on Sunday, 3 days from now."
Wow.
He has $5 in his pocket.
Really?
He goes, "Lord Jesus Christ, what am I going to do? Help me." Checks his answering machine again. 5 minutes later, club in Jacksonville says, "We'd like you to work this Friday and Saturday. We have a cancellation. You got $1,000.
Wow.
So that gave him the money to go.
Correct.
That's
And
amazing.
And had that not happened, he'd be selling cars in Cleveland.
That is
So with that, he was
amazing.
able to make the trip to the improv at the Apollo. I think that's the show that was
Yeah.
on. So, and I actually
Everybody
remember
else that
watching
was
him
that
on there.
show- I was to say, everybody else got booed. And he came out and did that whole improvisational thing about that was totally not his act. And that's how he got the show.
Oh,
That is
wow.
crazy. Which, of course, then he went on to actually host the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is very, very cool.
That's called
I can't
somebody
say
looking
what the
out for
improv
you.
thing was because it would get you knocked off the FCC.
We've ridden that line a
He
few
said
times.
One word. Yeah. Yeah. He just kept saying the same word over and over and over and over again.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Started laughing. Yeah.
That is cool. So
Anyway, off target.
no, you're fine. Hey, if you've listened to the show, right? You know that's what this show is. We go off the rails quite a bit.
That's what we do. Yeah.
You just never know what we're going to talk about, and a lot of times because I literally, people don't believe it, but it is unscripted. I have nothing written down. But the most prep I do is I download music to play during the show. That's it.
I didn't know I was going to be on here until about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I didn't know until you was walking in. So, hey, there we go.
He walked in the door. I said, go on in the studio.
All right.
Y'all are a lot more calmer getting your wedding together. We did one in Greece 2 years ago for our daughter. Nobody was this calm.
In Greece?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Let me tell you, she is not calm.
No. They've come to our house, and I'm
you
like,
guys are calm.
Yeah, we're calm.
they've come to our house, and I was like, you all need to go outside and discuss this. You're interrupting me watching Yellowstone.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the norm.
I'm about ready to take
house.
somebody to the
That
train
only
station.
has-
That's all I got to say.
The dad only has one job. Write the check.
Yeah, I've been told that. I've been told that. I've told it's actually two jobs because I guess I'm apparently supposed to show up as well.
Not necessarily, as long as you write the check.
They don't care?
No, well, they'll for the picture, they'll have to superimpose you in.
Yeah, I have a feeling I'm not going to get out of that one. So,
Yeah, we'll just play a recording of you dancing with her. That's all we'll do. Don't worry about it.
well, hey, since you're sitting there in front of some keys, I'm assuming that you're wanting to play tonight.
You know what? It never hurts. And it's funny, when I go to play in Nashville, this is the first song I play. The Pennsylvania kid talking about Florida.
Okay.
So it just fits because it's so are all my neighbors, you know. I can't believe Friday's days away. Too much work ahead, not enough play. So many hours before end of the week. Well, my confidence is low because my status is bleak. There's gotta be a bright spot. I need a little spark. Gotta make a little detour down to the park. A Gulf Coast sunset is within my reach, so I hurry down the path to get to the beach. So much on my mind that I can't see the 30-pound turtle right in front of me. Not cool to collide, I need to be pausing. All stop, there's a reptile crossing. Well, I made it to the weekend, my sanity's at stake. Hitched the trailer to the truck, drove to the lake. Backing down the boat ramp, I heard a faint hiss, so I jumped out of the truck to see what was amiss. Not a flat tire, I could plainly see, but a water moccasin staring back at me. Not cool to collide, I need to be pausing. I'll stop, there's a reptile crossing. Reptiles have the right of way 24/7 every single day. Well, size and shape don't matter, they're always a boss. Take a chill pill until it's your time to cross, yeah. It's a Sunday fun day, it's a music day. Drinks are free and flow, and the band begins to play. One dancer's feeling frisky, and she says to her pal, I got $50, says you won't jump into the canal. Her eyes are not focused where they ought to be, and alligators don't care about the bunny. Not cool to collide, I need to be pausing. All stop, there's a reptile crossing. Reptiles have the right of way 24/7 every single day. Size and shape don't matter, you're always a boss. Well, it's not cool to collide, you need to be pausing. Oh, stop, there's a reptile crossing. Not cool, collide, I need to be pausing. Oh, stop, there's a reptile crossing.
I love it.
Yeah. I always have so much fun watching you, Dave. Just watching you play and listening to you. You're so passionate about it and so much fun.
Yeah, you can really feel the fun coming off of the keyboard.
Thank you, man. You know, my parents both played, and they were like so annoyed with me as a kid. Seatbelts at the piano bench and all that stuff. Like, what are you doing? Stop. I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about last night, and you told me about how supportive your parents was of you having a music career.
Yeah, my parents were awesome. My mom passed away when I was 14. It was me and my dad the rest of the way, and he did a million things all by himself. He was a professor, an author, lyricist, singer,
wow,
Cub Scout leader, Boy Scout leader. He hated sports, but he was a Little League umpire. And he also was this audiophile, so we had a recording studio in our house because he wanted to make his own mixtapes in the 70s.
Oh, how cool.
Other people did this. So, and he also would do these multimedia presentations with 3 projectors panoraming across like an entire city block and quadraphonic sound and do all these crazy things. And
wow.
he invented PowerPoint before there were computers. So
yeah, think of that.
But
that is really cool.
Every time we did stuff, he was like, you got to do what you like. You got to find a job that you like to do. And no one's going to, if you get something that you don't like to do, just look at yourself in the mirror and blame yourself, because that's how it works. So
that's great advice.
I was very grateful. Yeah.
That is great
I drove him crazy, but other than that.
Well, Mr. Rudy Cox is out there and says, hey.
Oh. Wow, there's my buddy Rudy Cox.
Yes.
It's funny. Rudy is, we're finally rebuilding down there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Things are starting to go in the right direction for them.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, I've seen a lot, and like I said, our thoughts and our prayers are still with them, because there's a long way to go to getting the cleanup and then the rebuild, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so Rudy, by the way, if you guys don't know, if you want to know what's going on, check out his Facebook page, because he's pretty much the best reporter down there on Pine Island telling what's going on.
Yeah, I've seen some of his videos, and they're just absolutely, I just don't know how to describe it. Because, a couple years ago, we went through a tornado, and, and saw the devastation was around our home and things like that. But that made the tornado look,
it looks like we didn't go through anything.
Like a breeze. It's just unbelievable, the damage.
And you've been involved in a lot of the fundraising stuff, right?
Yeah. So as soon as that all happened, I got asked to be involved in the Sale and Song promotions event that we had the week before.
Mm-hmm.
So gladly did it. The Trop Rock Junkies got canceled from our gig that Saturday. So I was able to be able to set up the piano and play a little bit, and did pretty well. We raised some money, and actually Beth and I on Monday got another $500 check from the Nature Coast Parrothead Club that they gave us specifically for the TRMA Artist and for the Lone Palm Foundation. So
that is awesome.
They're amazing. They're cool people. Like, that's what, obviously, that's what Parrotheads do. We party with a purpose. But
yes,
we've got a whole bunch of local initiatives that we do up in the Nature Coast, and for everybody to say, hey, we got to dig a little more and do this as well, is just, they're awesome people.
Yeah, definitely. That's the one thing that through our time since we've been involved is nobody comes together like the Parrotheads in the Trop Rock coastal community. Yeah, because they definitely, it is a sense of community regardless of where you live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
totally agree with that. And the best way to find that out is we all learned from the pandemic to do these kind of things, right? Mm-hmm. So now we can put concerts together immediately where you're just in your house.
Right. You don't need a venue as long as
reaching out to all sorts of people.
As long as you got a computer and an instrument, you're good to go, right?
True story.
That is awesome.
Hey, can I play a song since Rudy's on?
Absolutely.
Would love that.
Absolutely.
So this is my favorite Rudy Cox song. And I'm going to screw it up, and I'm sorry already, but it did mean so much to me because it really talks about the place that needs our help right now. So if people out there still haven't done anything and want to, this is a great chance to. Stuck up here in the city, we can pretend. I miss that clear blue water and the sun just doesn't end. Time to pack our bags and get ourselves back home. Turn the heater up to 9 to 5, put some buffets on. Nothing like a cold day to make you miss home. Let's go to St. James City where we used to play. There's a Friday night party west of Madison. Sunset fishing with some friends on the pier. Oh, just a couple of beers. 'Cause there's nothing like a cold day to make you miss home. Well, I won't miss this traffic when we're gone. All those jumbo jets buzzing all night long. Don't want to hear about the weather 'cause it's wet outside. This my old flip-flops, got my island pride. Well, how did we survive? I don't know. Nothing like a cold day to make you miss home. Let's go to St. James City where we used to play. There's a Friday night party west of Madison. Sunset fishing with some friends on a pier. Well, oh, all we need is a couple of beers. 'Cause there's nothing like a cold day to make you miss home. Let's go to St. James City where we used to play. Wish I could see Rudy Cox playing at Matt Lachey. Sunset fishing with some friends on a beer. Well, oh, yeah, we just need the beers. They got the old fish house and Bert's down the road. But the low-key Tiki's where we all gotta go. Oh, yeah. Let's go to St. James City.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know I had it in full screen. I don't know what you can see on your side, but let me tell you,
we were just bopping.
They're just bopping along over there, just getting into the groove.
I love that song, man. As soon as it came out, "Living on an Island" was the name of this CD. You know, and
yes,
Maria and I went down for the album release party. It was awesome. Yeah, Beth Travers and Dave Sines and Eugene Moles, Alan Jacks Bowers, all backed up Rudy at the low-key Tiki. There's 1 million Trop Rock fans there. Maybe 900, I don't know. It seemed like everybody was there. So.
Yeah, one of these days,
and we're all going to do that again.
Yeah, we've played several Rudy's songs here on the show, and I'm waiting until the time we actually get to see him perform live. So
I know we haven't
I love
gotten
his music so
yet.
much.
He's even better in person. That's all I'm going to say.
I have no doubt about that.
Yeah. he might be the best male live Trop Rock singer that I've heard.
Wow, that says a lot because you've heard you get around and you've heard a lot of singers and musicians.
you know, the thing about him is he starts singing, he draws everybody into the show, and everybody's just listening to him.
That is awesome.
Yeah, he's got that thing, man.
Somebody who can command that audience and then draw them in. That takes a lot of talent. That just isn't something that is learned.
Yeah. Yep. Big heart is where it starts.
Awesome. Well, we definitely hope that, through all the fundraising that's been going on through, not only through Sale and Songs promotions and the TRMA Artist Relief Fund, and I know there's the Red Cross, and there's a lot of other agencies out there that are taking the donations. I hope that all those donations get to be where they need to be, and everybody can get the help so they can start rebuilding and getting back to their normal life.
Well, we have the Lone Palm Foundation also, and that's for trop rock people, not musicians, but actually trop rock fans.
No, very cool. I was not aware of that. What is it again?
Yes. Lone Palm, LONEPALM.
Lone Palm Foundation?
Foundation.
Very cool. Yeah. We'll have to check that out as well.
Is there a website, or where can they go to donate with that?
If you type in Lone Palm Foundation, it's right there. There's a donate button.
Okay.
And also, if you go to my page, my personal Facebook page, I have it right on the top. It's my pinned post.
Very cool. Now, we danced around a little bit and mentioned about you being in Nashville and a little bit of what have you been doing? I know you said you've been doing some songwriting.
So I've been coming to Nashville to write. And as everything else in life, you start at the bottom of the totem pole and you just keep banging at it and banging at it and banging at it. Eventually people either tell you to quit or they start being nice to you. So nobody's told me to leave yet. And by the way, do you guys know the Hardy story? You were talking about Hardy and his bus.
Yeah, I know. We knew about his bus wreck, but no, I really don't know Hardy's story.
Okay, so Hardy was doing a songwriting festival. Him and two other guys were on stage. They all had their tip jars. He's playing his songs. He saw a guy put a piece of paper and $1 in his tip jar. And he went after the show, looked on the paper. It said, "You suck, quit."
Wow.
So he took that under advisement, put the paper up on his mantle where he didn't have anything. And about 3 months ago, when he won the ACM Awards Best Country Songwriter of the Year, he took his award and put it right on top of that piece of paper.
Very nice.
That's nice.
That is cool. Yeah, I know, because when he busted out onto the scene as a singer, I'm like, who's this Hardy guy? And of course, when he came out with a song called Rednecker, it's like, who is this guy? But it immediately seemed like, fame all of a sudden took off for him. But then when you find out, when a lot of the most popular songs you've heard on the radio, he's had a hand in writing a lot of those.
Yeah.
Everything that's on the radio right now, he's definitely one step away or very close.
That is awesome. So I know he's coming to the Chattanooga area soon too. Yeah,
exactly. Right.
Yeah, it was kind of like the same thing with Chris Stapleton. It seemed like Chris Stapleton came out of nowhere. If you didn't, you weren't familiar with, his journey, and it just immediately like he came out of nowhere. And I know when the awards ceremonies came around, and it was just like when he started winning award after award, it was like, you've seen all the big names in country music were just like super excited, and it was like, okay, this guy is not a newcomer to the scene. And find out he'd been on the circuit and been in Nashville writing for years.
Yep.
He played every Monday in the blues band at the Bluebird Cafe.
Really?
Without a microphone. Played guitar, and everybody, every time he'd do a demo, they'd say, "Yeah, we're not really looking for that voice. Can you get somebody else to sing it? Just you play guitar." And like, it shows you how stupid people are that make decisions.
Really, truly, yeah,
absolutely. We talk
Chris
about
Stapleton can't sing.
Yeah,
yeah. And we've seen that so a lot. We talk about it on the show. We watch all these talent competitions on TV and everything. And we know several artists who have been on that show that, they could sing the phone book and the producers say, yeah, no, thank you. And I just saw an article like that today. It was Blake Shelton, because Blake is leaving The Voice after 23 seasons, which is hard to believe that it's been that long. And he was talking. He's not
going to get a gold watch if it's only 23.
Right?
Right? But he was talking to Jimmy Allen. And he asked Jimmy Allen, he says, have you ever tried out for The Voice? And he goes, twice. And he goes, both times I was told no. He goes, matter of fact, my bass player got farther in the competition than I did. And look at the success that Jimmy Allen's had.
Yeah. So, similar story. Maybe y'all watched the Monkees when you were growing up?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay. So, you know who was originally cast for Peter Tork's spot?
No.
Steven Stills.
Stop it.
Wow.
Really?
And they did the pilot. And so, you know what they say, you didn't test well.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, you're too ugly for the show. Nobody likes you.
So Peter Tork got it?
So they actually said to Steven Stills, do you know anybody that's got as much talent as you that's a little better looking?
No.
And he said, yes, my roommate, Peter Tork.
Wow. That
is
it's a true story.
That is crazy. You know, I'll never say that, you know, the music industry or, you know, anything like that makes sense, because it doesn't.
Yep. That's why you can.
It's just what it is, and you got to you play music because you love it. You don't do it because I'm going to make $1 million or you're going to make $1 million. You're having fun.
Absolutely. You got to do it for the love of the music. You have to do it for the love of the music, because if you don't do it and you're expecting to do it for a paycheck, you're going to be severely disappointed.
Once it starts becoming about that money,
this Nashville thing
it goes away.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
So the Nashville thing is full circle for me. I had a chance to go there in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't want to do it. A bunch of my friends did and stayed. I went and did other things.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm back doing it because I want to do it.
And that makes a huge difference.
Everybody told me I had to. Yeah. Stop jumping around on stage, just play the music. And I was like, no, I'm in the Poconos. I play in Hardshot Tubs, people. They love this music. Why am I going to do what you like?
Right.
Exactly. That's the biggest thing. Mm-hmm. Have confidence in yourself and do what you believe you're meant to do and what you want to do to make yourself happy, because, you know, we can mention 1,000 artists that have been turned down in Nashville. Randy Travis was one of them. He was too country at one point. You know,
Garth Brooks was turned down.
Yeah, it all comes around. And if you're doing what you love and you're doing what makes you happy and having confidence in yourself, then you're going to, you know, the people hearing you are going to see that, and they're going to love you as much as we do.
I get the chance to play with this female singer in Bradenton a lot. I get to back up people, different things. She's awesome. Amazing country singer. She's been all over. You guys probably know her. And in her big break to make it, she had one problem.
What was
her
that?
record company signed her the same day some guy named Garth Brooks got signed. 99% of the money went to him.
Yep.
And they went, oh, by the way, the little girl has an album. We forgot about you. Maybe next. Yeah.
Wow.
That's a horrible.
That is. It's just downright crazy.
But she's still playing after all these years, and she loves it. She's figured it out, you know.
Yep.
She wrote a book about it, too. I think it's called Living and Dying on Music Road.
Who is it?
Teresa Ferris is her name.
Teresa Ferris. I've heard that name.
I have heard the name,
I heard the name.
Yeah.
She did some stuff with Dolly and Dolly's sister, and
wow.
Yeah.
She lives down in Bradenton, and she does a country show, and sometimes I get to play with in the band with them. So
that is cool.
Well, make sure you pass our
really
information along to her. And maybe we can have her on the show sometime.
That's right. Because, you know, like I said,
God, what a great idea.
Yeah. Because the whole purpose, like I said, of the show, when, you know, because we tell everybody, a lot of people, we go, hey, you know, we got a show called Tropical Country. And I'm like, I don't listen to country music. I'm like, yeah, you do. You just don't realize it. And because it really does, you know, the coastal and the trop rock world and the country world, they do mesh and cross over so much. And they're a good fit. And you know, because country music and our trop rockers and your storytellers. And that is country music. Mm-hmm. That's the basis of country music right there, is telling a story. And that's why I think they both blend very well.
I agree. Totally agree.
And I loved getting to talk with, I love it that we focus on independent artists because like you said, there's a ton of really talented songwriters and singers out there that aren't getting the recognition that they deserve. And we love being able to give a platform to those independent artists. So, definitely pass our information.
Yep. So
I'll tell you one of my most fun things that I've done in the last couple of weeks. I got to write with Kirsty Krause, who's a trop rock person, country person. And we got together for the write in Nashville. In fact, it was the last time I was there. And I told her, I said, this is a song I think that would be great for you. Mm-hmm. And I played this thing for her, and less than an hour later, we had this really, really great song. And just, I'm so excited to watch a young artist like that have good music and good material and stuff that they can do to keep building their career. And so that's to me what makes it a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. She's actually going to be in studio with us in a couple weeks.
Yep,
yeah.
she'll be.
Maybe she'll sing her new song for you.
Ooh.
We'll have to ask her.
We'll have to ask her about that because we're excited to have her in studio because, we always try to get an artist to come in and spend an extended amount of time with us so that, we can get to know their story. You hear the music, but, you feel more of a connection, I think, to the music when you know the person's story and their journey.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And next time you're around the Chattanooga area, you give us a holler.
That's right. You go to Nashville, you're not that far away.
That's right.
Well, usually I fly, but the last time I drove, on my way back from Hawaii, hold on, let me pinch myself. On my way back from Hawaii, I'm going to be stopping in Nashville for 2 days to write and record a demo for somebody.
Cool.
I'm flying back, but in November, I'm driving up, so I definitely will do that.
Yeah,
awesome.
Get a hold of us. We'd love to have you.
Absolutely.
That'd be fun.
Danny and Heather, they take very good care of the artists that are traveling through. So, whenever you come this way, you don't even have to worry about a hotel.
Chatta.
Hey, before we let you go, I know tonight's a big night with baseball. You're a big baseball fan, right?
Well, I don't know if I'm as much of a baseball fan anymore. They did pay me to watch it for about 25 years. So.
Yeah, and that's when I went home. I went out and I was talking to Danny and Heather, and I'm like, I just learned something new.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm jealous now. I'm literally jealous.
Probably more jealous than the Hawaii thing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, can I tie all three of those things together for you?
Absolutely.
I went to school with a guy named Daniel Day Kim, who was on Hawaii Five-0.
Yeah.
Really?
So I don't know if it was like maybe 15 years ago. He's doing the launch of Hawaii Five-0, and he's in New York City doing a thing. Mm-hmm. So I used to tell my baseball buddies that I knew him. And they were like, yeah, no way. You're full of... He's from Korea. And I'm like, no, he's not from Korea. He's from Pennsylvania. Whatever. I read the bio too. None of it's true. Like it's... So the point of the story is that guy walked up and said, hey, do you know a guy named Dave Freeman that you grew up with? He said, oh my God, he's an amazing keyboard player. And they all looked at him and went, no, he works baseball here with us. He doesn't play music. So the whole thing came full circle that I was a musician and then I worked sports and here we are back where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, when you told me you was an announcer, I'm like, that was one of my dream jobs, to do something like that.
Yeah. So. Well, I did that in basketball and football. I also did it for the Brooklyn Cyclones minor league baseball team.
Oh, okay.
So I was the original announcer for the first 10. Yeah.
That is awesome.
For that.
Well, you are definitely the man of many talents for sure. And we are we are privileged at the fact that we get to call you a friend for sure.
Oh my God. And it was so great meeting you guys at Percy Priest this year. And hopefully we'll get to do that again sooner than later.
And you had the iconic Instagram post, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, I did. They might be like my first Instagram post ever.
Yeah, you got to be careful when Dave's around. He'll sneak up on you and take pictures when you don't realize there's a picture to be took.
That was so funny.
I picked that up in the sports thing because there'd be all these things you'd be like, I should take a picture of this.
That was the funniest picture ever.
That is awesome. So to wrap everything up, why don't you tell everybody, where they can get your music, your socials, how they can keep in touch with what you got going on?
Yeah. Well, first and foremost, I'm a member of the Trop Rock Junkies. So that's troprockjunkies.com. We have a show coming up in Tampa at the Hard Rock Cafe Casino. And this guy you might have heard of, Roger Bartlett's playing guitar with us that night.
Oh, how cool is that?
Wow.
Yeah, he's going to be playing some shows with us, and we're going to do some of his stuff, and he's going to play some of our original music. It's going to be a lot of fun.
That is awesome.
So troprockjunkies.com is that. And then I'm at Dave Freeman, Freeman, live, Dave Freeman live. So that's all my socials. And I'm going to put music out, starting to make some demos of some stuff, and hopefully be releasing some stuff out to the world before the end of the year.
Well, that is awesome. That is awesome. And, you are our favorite piano player, keyboard player. Billy Joel who? Billy Joel who? It's all about Dave Freeman. You are the king of the keys in our hearts for sure.
That's right.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That's awesome.
Well, thank you so much for joining us and giving us a little insight as to what's going on. Good luck down and have fun in Key West, and have fun definitely hosting that SAC award show. Maybe we'll have one of those ones to hold up and show off as well. Maybe someday.
Here, I'm handing it to you.
Oh, nice. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Nice.
Let me put it back up on its pedestal where it belongs.
That's right.
That is awesome. Well, thank you so much, and we will catch up with you really, really soon. All right.
Sooner than later.
All right. Take care.
See you guys.
Bye.